Hello, good morning students. Today we will start with a new lesson number 7, coordinate geometry. Actually the coordinate geometry is introduced by the mathematician Rene Descartes. Okay, last year we have studied. Okay, in this coordinate geometry, the coordinate axes are there. This y dash and x dash we are calling as coordinate axes. This plane we are calling as coordinate plane. This coordinate plane is divided by these two coordinate axes into 4 equal parts. Each part we are calling as quadrants. Okay, this we are calling the pointed portion we are calling as the first quadrant, and this is second quadrant and third quadrant and fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, x coordinate and y coordinate both are positive. Here you can see one point I marked here P. So the point P I denoted in the form ordered pair 3, 4. So here first coordinate is x coordinate and second one is y coordinate. Ordered pair, order not to change. 3, 4 is not equal to 4, 3. So 3, 4 saying the x coordinate will be 3 and y coordinate will be 4. 4, 3 saying x coordinate will be 4 and y coordinate will be 3. Therefore ordered pair 3, 4, it is very important the order. Okay, in the first quadrant x coordinate and y coordinate both are positive. In the second quadrant x is negative and y is positive. You can see here negative direction. Therefore x is negative and y is positive. In the third quadrant x coordinate and y coordinate both are negative. In the fourth quadrant x positive and y negative. Therefore, so these are the different quadrants: first, second, third and fourth quadrant. First quadrant, the interior of angle XOY is the first quadrant, and interior of angle x dash OY is the second quadrant. Interior of angle x dash o y dash is the third quadrant, and interior of angle x o y dash is the fourth quadrant. Okay, so all of you got clear idea about the quadrant. So this type of questions can able to ask for MCQ or fill in the blanks, etc., etc. For example, you one question is asking in such a way: the point -3 -4 lies in which quadrant? So what we will say the answer? -3 -4, x coordinate minus and y coordinate minus. So it will lie in the third quadrant. Okay. Similarly, the x ordered by -3 5, -3 5, x minus and y positive. So it will lie in which quadrant? Second quadrant. In this way, very easily you can able to identify the points are lying in which quadrant. It is not necessary to by heart. You knowing this direction is positive direction and this is positive direction, this direction is negative direction and this is negative direction. On the basis, a simple diagram if you are drawing in the rough page, you can able to find out each points are lying in which quadrant. Clear? Now next point, which is the point I written here, that you see. The distance of a point from y-axis. The distance of a point from y-axis is called the x-coordinate or abscissa. X-coordinate, another name is abscissa. The distance of a point from y-axis. So here you see, I marked a point P here. Very clearly you knowing the x-coordinate. So how finding out the x-coordinate and y-coordinate? Another method is also there. Any point you take, anywhere any point is coming, you draw a perpendicular to the x-axis where meeting at the point 3, therefore 3 is the x-coordinate, and draw a perpendicular to y-axis where meeting, that is the y-coordinate. In this way, you can able to find out the coordinates of a point. Any point you are getting, you just draw a perpendicular to the x-axis where meeting, that is the x-coordinate, and draw a perpendicular y-axis where meeting, that is the y-coordinates. So very clearly you can able to find out it. Okay. Now another definition is given here. This is also sometimes asking for the examination. So distance of a point from the y-axis. So here you see this is the y-axis now. This is the point P now. distance of the point P from the y-axis. See here, this is the distance from the point P to from the y-axis. See here, this distance. This distance is same as this distance, no? See, this distance and this distance is same, no? So what is this distance? 3 units. So that 3 units is the x-coordinate. Are you got clear? Therefore, the distance of a point from the y-axis is x-coordinate or abscissa. So this is the point P34. So this is the point P. Distance from the y-axis means the distance which I am marking, that is the distance. This is the distance. And this distance and this one both are same. So how much it is now? 3 units. This point P is 3 units away from the y-axis. Therefore, that 3 is the x-coordinate. Similarly, the distance of the point from the x-axis, this is x-axis. So, distance of the point from the x-axis, that is distance of the point P from the x-axis, you measure this one. How much units? This measurement. This measurement is same as this measurement. See? So how much units is? 4 units. Therefore, the distance of a point from the x-axis is always we are calling as the y-coordinate or ordinate. Clear? So now once more, see the point P is here. How much units away from the y-axis? How much units away from the y-axis? This distance and this distance. Both are same. So how much unit? 3 units. Therefore, what is the x-coordinate? The distance of the point P from the y-axis we are calling as the x-coordinate. And similarly, distance of the point P from the x-axis is called a y-coordinate. That means this distance. And that is same as this one. Okay, how much unit again? 4. Okay. And sometimes the question is asking, here at the point P34 given now, what is the foot of the perpendicular to the x-axis? What is the foot of the perpendicular to the x-axis? 3. X-coordinate, how much coming? That is. And foot of the perpendicular to the y-axis, what is the y-coordinate? That. Okay? Clear? Foot of the perpendicular to the y-axis is 4 and foot of the perpendicular to the x-axis is 3. That type of questions can come for the exams. MCQs. Okay? Now, next point you see here. The distance between 2 points on the x-axis is, formula is always modulus of either x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1. Both are same. Modulus. What is the meaning of modulus? Modulus means only magnitude only measuring. For example, modulus of minus 2. What is the number there? 2. So sign we are not considering. Direction not considering. Only magnitude writing we are calling as modulus. Modulus of minus 2 is 2. Modulus of plus 2 also 2. Only we are considering the magnitude. Okay? And here, so distance between 2 points on the x-axis is modulus of x1 minus x2. We can see from the diagram. See here, this point, what is the number corresponding this point? 1, no. What is the number corresponding this point? 5. So this is x1 and this is x2. So this is the distance between them. We can able to find out. How can find out? See how much unit here. 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 units. So what is the distance between these 2 points? 4 units. But you can apply the formula also. What is the formula? Modulus of x1 minus x2. What is x1? 1. Modulus of 1 minus 5. 1 minus 5, how much coming? Modulus of minus 4. What is modulus of minus 4? 4. So how much unit? 4 unit. Otherwise you can count also. Here I told you counted and shown. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Okay. So what is the distance between 2 points on the x-axis? Distance between 2 points on the x-axis is always modulus of x1 minus x2. Similarly, these all are very important points. Distance between 2 points on the y-axis is always modulus of y1 minus y2. Clear? Clear now formulas both? Now we are going to derive distance formula, derivation of distance formula. All of you take your textbook also, because while scrolling you can't able to see the diagram. So take your textbook take and page number 158 take. You take your textbook and page number 158 take. So derivation of distance formula I written here properly, somewhat modification made here. Then only you can able to understand, that is why. See here. Here one point is there P x1 y1. Here another point is there Q x2 y2. These points, you may think that here the points distance you can find out in such a way, modulus of x1 minus x2. But here the points are not on the x-axis. It is not on the y-axis. If it is on the x-axis, we can apply modulus of x1 minus x2. If it is on the y-axis, you can apply modulus of y1 minus y2. But it is not on the x-axis and not on the y-axis. It is in the coordinate plane. So coordinates of P is x1, y1 and coordinates of Q is x2, y2. Okay. So P x1, y1, Q x2, y2 are the 2 points, are the 2 distinct points. Now diagrams how I drawn, see. Here I dropped a perpendicular from the point P to the x-axis. We are meeting at the point R. If a point, this is the foot of the perpendicular, very clearly you knowing a point on the x-axis, its y-coordinate is always 0. Therefore, its x-coordinate how much coming, that only here will come. And we had seen in the previous diagram. So x1 0. Properly make a clear idea. So why I written x1 0? Because the point is on the x-axis. If the point is on the x-axis, its x-coordinate is this one, x1 only will come and y-coordinate is 0. Okay. And here also we drawn a perpendicular from the point Q to the x-axis. We are meeting at the point S. What is its x-coordinate? Its x-coordinate only will come x2 and y-coordinate is 0. Similarly, I drawn a perpendicular from here to the y-axis. So what will come here? This point is on the y-axis. On the y-axis x-coordinate is 0. That is why I written 0 y1. And here draw a perpendicular from this point to here. What will come? X-coordinate is 0. Y-coordinate is y2. This much you got clear idea from the diagram? Yes. Next point you listen. We are drawing PT perpendicular to QS. PT we are going to draw perpendicular to QS. Therefore, what will be this angle? This angle is 90 degree. Angle 90 degree. I didn't mark the, you mark it. This angle T is how much coming? 90 degree. If this is 90 degree coming, you can able to apply Pythagoras theorem now. If you are knowing the value of PT and you are knowing the value of QT, you can able to apply Pythagoras theorem. So by the help of Pythagoras theorem, what will be this PQ? PQ is the hypotenuse of the right angled triangle. So this is 90 degree, no? If this is 90 degree, this is the hypotenuse. So if you are knowing the value of PT and knowing the value of QT, you can able to find out PQ easily. Clear? Can you find out PT? You see here. What about R and S? What is the number corresponding to R? X1. What's the number corresponding to S? X2. But this R and S are lying on which line? They are lying on the x-axis. So what is the distance between these 2 points? Either x1 minus x2. Here it is very clear, you knowing x2 is greater than x1. Therefore we can write x2 minus x1 also. What's the distance between these 2 points? So I written here above modulus of x1 minus x2. So if you are not writing modulus, then we can write which greater number first, write x2 minus x1. So if this is x2 minus x1, and what about this one? This is also x2 minus x1 only will come. Why? See here, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this angle 90 degree. So automatically this will become 90. So very clearly you can say that angle quadrilateral PRST is a rectangle. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Therefore, you got the value of RS, then RS and PT are equal. Okay. Therefore, RS is how much got? X2 minus X1. Therefore, what will be PT? X2 minus X1. Clear? And similarly, here also same process. So, this 90, this 90 and this 90. So, what will be this one? 90. So, it will form a rectangle. Therefore, opposite sides are equal. So, can you find out the value of Mn? M and N lies on the y-axis. Therefore, distance between M and N is equal to greater number y2 minus y1. So, what is the value of Mn? y2 minus y1. If Mn is y2 minus y1, then what about Qt? y2 minus y1. Are you got clear? This much explanation is not there in the textbook, but he wants to know that how the Mn, how we written as Qt. Reason you wants to know, no. That is why I explained. Okay. Clear now? So you got the value of RS. What is the value of RS? X2 minus X1. That is same as PT. And what is the value of Mn? Y2 minus Y1. That is same as Qt. Clear? Now you knowing the value of PT and you are knowing the value of Qt, we can able to apply in Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So that I explained, the calculations are given downside. See here. Any of the points you feeling doubt, you can make it clear. This all point I explained now from the diagram, and this is also I explained. So OR is equal to X1, OS is equal to X2, RS X2 minus X1, that is same as PT, and ON Y2, OM Y, Y1. Therefore Mn is equal to Y2 minus Y1, that is equal to Qt. Now we are going to apply in the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem we are applying. What is Pythagoras theorem saying? In triangle PTQ, angle T is 90 degree. If T 90 degree, which is the hypotenuse, PQ is the hypotenuse. See once more the diagram. T 90 degree coming, what is PQ? PQ is the hypotenuse. So how can I able to apply Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. Therefore PT square is equal to PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. See the diagram. See the point what I written. See, by Pythagoras theorem, angle T 90 degree coming, what is the opposite side? Opposite side is the hypotenuse. Opposite side what will come? PQ. PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. The value of PT already we found out, X2 minus X1 the whole square, and what is Qt? Y2 minus Y1 the whole square. So you knowing that PQ square is equal to X2 minus X1 the whole square plus Y2 minus Y1 the whole square. Then what will be PQ? PQ is equal to, take square root on both the sides. Therefore PQ square root taking, you will get PQ, and PQ is equal to root of X2 minus X1 the whole square plus Y2 minus Y1 the whole square. Throughout this chapter, we are applying distance formula many places. So this I explained the derivation. Derivation sometimes asking for the examination. So PQ is equal to what you got? Root of X2 minus X1 the whole square plus Y2 minus Y1 the whole square. It is called a distance formula. Okay students? So from the beginning onwards, once more you make it clear. Derivation of the distance formula from here onwards, see. Each point, see. Are you following now? Here, these all points, listen, very simple point only I written. So here we are applying Pythagoras theorem. Then PT square and QT square values direct applying here. So you are getting it is distance formula. Okay. Therefore, next another application. Distance between, distance formula clear now? What's the distance formula again say? Distance formula is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Okay. Now some of the students x1 minus x2 the whole square writing, then also it is correct only because whole square coming no. Square, whole square coming, it is correct only will come. So minus to the whole square and 2 the whole square, both are same, therefore not having any problems. Now try to follow the textual method and textual formulas, it is very important. Next point, you listen, the application of distance formula only here. The distance between point pxy and the origin 0 0. How you will get the answer? OP is equal to root of x2 minus x1. So x minus 0, how much coming? X. So x the whole square plus y the whole square coming. So what's the distance between any point pxy and origin 0 0? What is the answer coming? Root of x square plus y square. Do you got clear now how getting? Root of x minus 0 the whole square plus y minus 0 the whole square. X minus 0 means x, y minus 0 means y. So that you are getting the answer is x square plus y square. So what's the formula? Distance between any point pxy and origin is what will come? Root of x square plus y square. Okay, clear? Go through the sums properly. Now I written some important notes. This chapter throughout questions are coming. Prove that the points are collinear. Prove that the points forms the vertices of a rectangle, square, rhombus, etc. etc. Parallelograms. So this type of questions are coming. So this type of questions doing, you need some points. So that points simply I written here. But one by one some I will explain also, even though you see. If 3 points ABC are collinear, then AB plus BC is equal to AC. Any 2 segments add, you will get the third segment. Any one, I written here only one. Anyway you write AB plus BC is equal to AC possible. BC plus AC is equal to AB. Or AB plus AC is equal to BC. Any one correct coming, the points are collinear. Second point. For a square, you wants to prove that all the sides are equal and diagonals equal. All sides equal and diagonals equal. But each sum we will explain, even though just note down and keep. Next point. For proving a rectangle, what will do? Opposite sides equal and diagonal equal. Opposite sides. AD and BC equal and AB and CD equal. Next point. For a rhombus, all sides are equal but diagonals are not equal. Diagonals are also equal coming, what will be it? Square. And parallelogram also there. Parallelogram also what you can say? Opposite sides are equal and diagonals are also equal. Diagonals in parallelogram, diagonals are bisecting each other, not equal. And for rhombus what I written, all sides are equal and diagonals are not equal. So these all properties just you simply note down and keep that we will this one we will apply in different sums. Next one you see, for a triangle 2 sides are equal, then it is called isosceles. All the sides are equal, we are calling this equilateral. This all we will prove there in each sum. For a right angle triangle PQR, angle Q 90 degree coming, then what you will do? PQ square plus QR square P is equal to PR square coming. We are calling it is right angle triangle. These properties I told you, simply note down and keep each sum, all the properties teacher will explain and give you. Okay. So we can start with the exercise. Exercise 7.1, listen. Listen, exercise 7.1. First question, listen. Find the distance between the following pair of points. So find the distance between the following pair of points. So distance between the following pair of points, first one easy sum, I simply written as homework, you do it homework. So the second and third I will explain, so from that you will get the idea. See here, systematically you try to do. First, what is the first point? We are given a name Px1 y1. Px1 y1 is equal to P minus 5 7. Qx2 y2 is equal to Q minus 1 3. So we are x1, y1 knowing here, x2, y2 knowing here. So what is your distance? Everywhere, which are the formulas required? You want to write the formulas compulsory. So how to find out the distance between P and Q? What is the distance formula? PQ is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Okay, clear? x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So this distance formula is there, then any 2 points anywhere marking we can able to find out the distance between them by this formula. No need to measure them. So some places we measured and found out. Now in coordinate geometry, without measuring, we can, with the help of the coordinates, we can able to apply distance formula, and by distance formula you can find the distance between them. Okay, so apply here now. Easy, no, very easily you knowing the calculation. x2, what is x2 here? Minus 1 in the place of x2. Properly listen here, sign problems not to make, systematically doing, there is no mistake will come in sign. Okay, my x2, what is x2? Minus 1. Okay, here already middle sign is minus. What is x1? Again minus 5 the whole square plus y2 how much will come? 3 minus y1 7 coming the whole square. Understood now why in between I am stopping and saying? Because this minus is very problematic one. Properly you handle it, otherwise full answer will, one minus anywhere mistake coming, full answer is wrong. No, see here, minus 1, here 2 minus came now, along with this minus of minus, so plus 5 will come, then remaining same. So what is minus 1 plus 5 plus 4, take the difference and put the largest number sign, so plus 4 the whole square plus 3 minus 7, how much will come? Minus 4 the whole square. So 4 square 16 plus 16, what will come? 32. 32 we can split and write as 16 into 2. Square root of 16 is 4 root 2. 4 root 2 units. So you got the distance between P and Q. What's the distance between P and Q? You got 4 root 2 units. Third question listen. Here there is no need to explain more and more. Only application formula places x1 and x2 places, you apply the correct values. There is no other confusions. Here, what is ax1, y1? Ax1, y1 is same as ab. And what is bx2, y2? Minus a minus b. So we can find out write the distance formula. AB is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Are you following now? Yes. Now, what is x2? Minus a, minus, here already middle sign is minus. And what is the value of x1? A the whole square. Please don't commit any mistake in minus. Now y2. What is y2? Minus b. Already middle sign is minus. Then what is y1? B the whole square. So minus a, what will come? Minus 2a the whole square. Here also minus b, what will come? Minus 2b the whole square. Is it clear? Yes. Now, what is minus 2a the whole square? Any negative numbers, even power is coming, it is positive only. So minus 2a the whole square means 4a square. Minus 2b the whole square means 4b square. 4 you take common, root of 4 into a square plus b square. Root of 4 how much coming? 2. Therefore AB is equal to what you got? 2. 2 into root of a square plus b square. Clear now? There is no doubtful cases anywhere. Clear? Now question number 2 see. Question number 2, they are taken from page number 158. Page number 156. It is taken from page number 156. 156 along with the distance formula you can see they are given one diagram. From that diagram only, simple question only, You see here. Find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 15. Okay. So you find the distance between them. Find the distance. First you find the distance between them. Okay. So we are given the names. That is also simple only. Let the points be A 0, 0 and B 36, 15 given now. Then what's the value of AB? Distance formula, right? AB is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. See here. Here this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. Here second number coming, second point which is coming B. That you always treat as x2 y2. Okay. Now see here. What is x2? 36 minus 0 the whole square plus y2 15 minus 0 the whole square. So 36 minus 0 the whole square, 36 square. 15 minus 0 the whole square is 15 square. So 36 square how much? 1296 and 15 square is 225. Its square root is, while adding you will get a 1521. Add them. Okay, 1521. And it's the square root. What you got the answer? 39 units. This is the distance between these 2 points. But your next question what is? Can you now find the distance between the 2 towns A and B? See your page number 156. I told you, no? Page number 156. See. In page number 156 you can see there are 2 towns already shown in the diagram. Diagram, see. A and B are the 2 towns. Okay. A and B are the 2 towns. Here I also shown you diagram. See here. Let A 0, 0 and B 36, 15 are the positions of 2 towns. These are the 2 towns. Here also you can able to find out the distance. You can able to apply distance formula. Otherwise you can able to apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay. But here we are studying in coordinate geometry, no. So you apply distance formula. So your question is that, can you find the distance between the 2 towns? Yes. The first town's coordinates you are knowing, second town's coordinate also knowing. Therefore we can find out the distance between these 2 towns A and B. How can? By distance formula. So same method find out. What's the answer? So you got it, the answer is 39 km. The distance between these 2 towns A and B is how much? 39 km. Okay students, many sums are there. We will see in the next video with the remaining sums. Okay, bye.